Hi, and welcome to my NoodleTools presentation. This is to basically show you the ins and outs of NoodleTools and just give you some basic background on how to use it. So if you will simply we'll start off by simply going to your toolbar or navigation bar, type in NoodleTools.com, and it will bring you to the home page, and they have the product info. They have a blog about stuff. Blog about people talking about Noodle Tools. They have teachers' resources. You get About Us, like every page has, and your sign-in page or tab. We will click on Sign In, and you can create a personal ID, which will take a minute or two. Or if you have your own ID, you can simply go back and type in your username and password and sign in, and we will say not now, and for some reason it keeps asking me to do it again, so I will do it again and sign in, not now, again, and voila, here is your projects page. These are all the projects that I have started throughout the semester, mostly demonstration projects, and you also have a dashboard, a bibliography tab, note cards tab, and paper tab. And if you go to click on the dashboard, this will bring you to the fact that you have to create a project in order to use the dashboard. And should be the same thing with the bibliography, okay, so on and so forth. So we will have to create a project, but before I begin that, let me just show you. If you scroll down, you have projects shared with me. Now, as an instructor, you can have your students share the projects with you. This way you can check up on their progress and to see how they're doing with progress of their paper, progress of their research, how their citations are. This way you don't have to keep emailing back and forth, printed citation sheets, so on and so forth. And it also allows, collaboration between students as well. And I'll show you how to get that all set up and everything. So we're going to start out with creating a new project. And here you have your choices of citation styles, the three most popular ones, MLA, APA, and Chicago, and your citation levels. I'm going to explain this first. Everybody will pick advanced. Advanced has nothing to do with the level of understanding about citations. It has to do with all the features that NoodleTools will allow you to use. And for the college level classes, advanced is the one you would like to pick. There's also obviously MLA, APA, or Chicago. As I said before, we'll pick APA. Okay, and then you come down here and you want to name your presentation, or your project, and we'll just name it Library 510, and create the project, and voila. And as you can see, now you are at your project dashboard. Okay, and you can type in a research question such as, does NoodleTools help students with citations, and submit. And you can also type in your thesis statement. NoodleTools helps students with citations, and submit again. And here you'll have the history of when you started it, when it was last updated. Gives you a login sheet, which if you click on, it will give you all your stuff of when you logged in. As you can see, I logged in a few times doing this and kept screwing up, but I digress. Okay. You can also make this a public view, where if you click on, turn on that public access, you can have they'll give you a public URL, and you can anybody can go and look at it. Go back, and then we can share it with a teacher's Dropbox, which again I will demonstrate later. You can also add and remove students. So you can simply add a student or a collaborator as a peer reviewer where they can just look at it, or a full collaborator where they can edit it. And you can add more, and simply so on and so forth. And if you save, you need to know their personal IDs names in order to utilize that. So right now I will not have a collaborator. I'll just go back. Okay. But you get the point. Okay. So now you have a to-do list that a student can, or as an instructor, you can set for the students. So to add to that, just simply add a to-do item, and we will have start research. We'll start it tomorrow. Okay. Then we'll add another to-do item. Let's say they want the note cards done by the 31st. We'll add it. Another one, you want a rough draft done, we'll say June 14th. And then the assignment is due July 5th, but we will make a final draft up of June 30th. And here is your to-do list for this project. And if you simply, if you come over here, you will see when it's completed. You can also edit the to-do item, add more. Here's the dates, the due dates. And if you click on Start Research, you will see that the date changed. Today, 9:37 a.m. Excuse me, May 24th, 9:37 a.m. I don't know when you're going to view this. All right, and you can have it choose to show deleted items or completed items, and if you do, if you want them to be shown again, just click it. Okay, and then you can also have comments from people that can view this project. Now you have your to-do list. You're going to start your research. You started your research. We will have references, and with MLA, it is works cited list, and it will say for MLA, it'll say works cited down here. Okay, so we will click on references, and now we want to create a citation. So let's say we start out with, it gives you all the commonly cited up here on top, different periodicals, non-periodicals, electronic, online, audio, unpublished, legal documents, and so forth. Okay? So the first one that I'm going to choose is going to be book, and create. Now what's nice about NoodleTools is that it gives you an option to decide, are you sure that's exactly what you're using? And if you scroll down a little bit, you will see anthology, reference source, pamphlet, religious work, or proceeding. So if it's not a book, like it says, it might be one of these. Okay? But first, to decide on whether it is a book, it shows you how to evaluate it. Okay? So if you click on the arrow, it will give you what is a book. Whoa. Excuse me. Okay? And it explains exactly what a book is. And as you can see, there's 12 slides here. And it teaches an evaluation of the source, so they will know exactly what it is. Okay? And I will go into articles and databases on the next one. So then you'll say, what is a book? How do I know it's a book? All right, does the database I'm using include books? As you can see, ebooks. Okay, and then who contributes to a book? Okay, how do I evaluate the contributor's authority? What is a scholarly edition of a book? Okay, well, you can look at that yourself. Okay, I just wanted to give you a basic understanding. So we're going to say that we decided that yes, it is a book. So then you'll scroll down and click continue. And now here you are. Okay, let's say you are citing a chapter or section from the book. Okay, we will say that it's in print. We actually have the hard copy of the book. Okay, and let's say that it is, the author's name is, let's look up a book first. Of course, I'm unprepared for this, so we'll say, we'll go to Amazon. I like baseball. We're going to use baseball as an example. And here you go. Whoops, where's that book? Okay. So we'll say baseball is a road to God. Go back. We'll say Timothy. Whoops. Sexton is the author. Okay. Baseball is a road to God. One thing that I cannot stress enough is that this is a perfect example of that old adage about computers is garbage in, garbage out. If you put in wrong spellings, incorrect spellings, if you put in where this should be with APA a lowercase letter or but you put in a capital letter, it is going to give you the capital letters. It will not fix it for you. Okay? So you can teach the students that this isn't, it is a teaching tool and not just a copy and paste tool. Okay? It does actually teach citations. It doesn't just plug it in, here it is, and generate it, and it's right all the time. They still have to check the validity and veracity of the institution or citation. Sorry. Let's see, New York. I don't even know if that's right, but the edition, there is no name. Okay, book pages numbers, scholarly edition. We're going to leave it at that. Annotation. This will allow you to, excuse me, and I'm speculating here because I have not read it. Okay, so then you can go back and double check, and we know that it's in print, but it does give you the option. Is it a book from a website? Is it from a database? Is it an ebook? Did you get it from microfilm or microform? So it does ask the questions that students need to know, and you can teach it as such. So now you say that, let's say we did it all correctly, and submit. Okay, I screwed up. So it does want you to choose the author. Okay, and now let's try it again and submit. And voila, here is your citation right here. And as you can see, this is capitalized, the road to God, where it should be lowercase because it's APA. So you can go back and fix that, and again, I will show you how. So now we have a book. We did get article from a database. So I have that here. Click on database, create citations, and then it will let you know, or excuse me, it'll ask you what type of source did you get from a database. Is it a magazine article? Again, non-periodical. Is it a book? All the choices again. We got a article from a journal, okay, and then here it gives you the database, okay. Now I do have the DOI, so it does prompt you to type in the DOI, and okay, and as you can see, it also tells you what these things are for. Okay, gives you the hint boxes, if you will. Okay, so I used, excuse me, ABI Inform, and what's nice is that this gives you the drop-down menus of databases that are in your institution's library that you have access to. Okay, so if you have all of these, all of this information, you can simply type it in. I'm not going to waste your time with that, but you can see it right there. So here we have the article. Okay, article title is I learned from last time that I need to fix the uppercase and lowercase in APA. And there you can translate it if it's a foreign title, and then this gives you the pages of the article. Okay, name of the journal is volume number 34. Okay, and you can do your annotation here. And then submit again. And voila, here is your second one. Okay. Now you can edit it two ways. Okay. Before I get into the sharing of it, okay, you can come over here and click edit, and it'll bring you back to the original the submission form, so to speak, and submit again. Okay. And also, the next way you can edit it is you can export these to Word or Google Docs. Okay, and so, or you can preview as a web page as it has here. Okay, but you can't edit it when it's in a web page. So I'm going to edit it to, or export it to Word, and is it not working? I'll click here to save the file. Okay, so come over here. You'll have to forgive me with the Mac. I'm still learning the ins and outs of the Mac. And here are your references. And you can simply edit it this way as well. Okay? And as you can see, here's your annotation. Here is your italics. Okay? So on and so forth. And then you can save it to wherever. Okay? So we will replace it, and okay, so now we're done with that. So you can go back to your projects, okay, and right here, or if you were at the bibliography, just go right back to the project dashboard by simply typing in the project dashboard. Okay, so now we did our research. Now we want to do our note cards. You can click on note cards and outlines, okay, and you can type in your topics here, new note cards, you know, add to pile, link to source, and I will show you how to use a few of these. Because some of these, the link to source, we'd have to do web stuff, and I mean, but I digress. Okay, so the title, the main idea is race and baseball. Okay, and here you have your baseball has a history of racism. Okay, and what's nice about this is that when you click on your source, you can say that it's with this Brian Voles article. Okay, you can make tags yourself. Okay, to tag it to whatever. Okay, you want to paraphrase the article. Blah blah blah. And you can type your ideas down here and save, and here you have your note card. Now what you can do is make it your topic. You can also move it down and make it your subtopic, okay, and you can also let's make a new one, and we'll say baseball and labor. We will make it the next one. Okay, we'll say page 2. Okay, we will save this, and you can make this one your topic. And what's nice about these is that if you want to combine them, you can combine them in piles if there's certain ideas, so on and so forth, and there you have your baseball pile. So if you click on that, it shows you what's in that pile. Okay, so you've done your note cards, bibliography, your projects. As an instructor, you can set up projects, okay, to start with, so students can share them with you. So you just click on the sharing setup, okay, and you want to create a new Dropbox over here. This is my classroom, okay, and we will name this LIB 400, and you can add different teachers, but you would have to know, as it says here, what their personal IDs are. Okay, Google accounts, okay, certain web pages that are associated with the assignment, you can share that too, and we will create the Dropbox. Okay, now if we go back to our projects, okay, and we have, as you can see here, how many sources we have, the APA, the option, okay, you can rename it, so on and so forth. So we come over here, click on this, share with a teacher's Dropbox. When you start typing in, you can see how I can share it with other people's Dropbox. And you can also share it to my own. So if I hit share, okay, I guess you can't. So I would have to find someone else's Dropbox to do it. Go back to projects, excuse me. And I don't think anyone has shared. Oh, excuse me, they did share it with me. So then I would click on that, and here is, they didn't share anything with me. So that they must have just started with it and then dropped the. So I couldn't really see exactly what they were doing. They did one reference, excuse me, and there you are. Okay, and then I can comment on this. This is correct, and submit, and there's my comment. Okay, and then they will get an email with the comment. So I hope that I have basically explained the things that to give you a basic understanding of the Noodle tools and how you can use it for instruction. There are other examples to use, which if you would like, I can do that for you as well. I just wanted to give you a basic rundown and not take up too much of your time. I hope this works out for you. If not, feel free to email me any questions, or I can make another one to explain any point further. My name is Matt Koshan, and my email address is KOCHAN as in Nicholas, M as in Matthew, at canisius.edu. So it's KOCHANM at canisius.edu. Thank you. Take care.